G'day, I'm Kevin, a retired Australian living my life here in Chiang Mai. But burning season is approaching in the north, so I'm going to jump on a train and head south to escape the smoke. This is my journey. This is 52 weeks. I'm on the road again. I am in transit again. The plan for today, although I should say today and tomorrow, is that I'm going to jump on a train and head south to Padang Besar and cross the border into Malaysia. So in order to do that, I had to get back to Surat Thani, which is where I am at the moment. But I left my hotel at about 12:30 this afternoon, and I got to Surat Thani station at about 5:30. So that was a 5-hour trip so far. And now I have a mere 9 hours to wait before my train leaves south. So hopefully I'm going to find something to eat and somewhere to relax for a little while. I've checked my bag into the storage area, and I'll pick that up later today. They tell me they're open 24 hours, so I believe them. Yeah, so I'm going to go for a wander and see what I can find to eat. There is apparently a food market on about 5 minutes walk away, so I think I should be able to manage to get there and back in the 9 hours. I guess we'll see. And as I was advised, there is a food market, and quite an extensive one too. In fact, I haven't seen it all yet, so this will make up a little bit of time that I have to wait. Still, I think I'm going to spend a fair bit of time on the train station, but still, it's good to be able to have a walk around. I've had a bit of a chance to have a wander around the neighbourhood surrounding Surat Thani railway station. It's actually quite a reasonable neighbourhood. I was here on a Friday night and they had a big food market happening. Not sure if it happens every night, but it certainly was this Friday. Yeah, and the neighbourhood itself has everything you would expect in a Thai neighbourhood. Not replete with tourist attractions, but it's worth getting out and having a wander in. If you've got a bit of time to burn before you catch a train. Lots of coffee shops and restaurants, and 7-Elevens, a couple of those. So yeah, you can stock up and stuff to go on the train if you want to. I managed to kill about 4 hours availing myself of the local facilities. Stopped off in a coffee shop and had an ice cream, and wandered through the night market and just had a bit of a wander in the main street. It's worth getting out, not sitting here all 9 hours, I guess. But I still do have about 5 hours before my train arrives. So I thought I'd go through the planned journey with you. and part of it which is executed already. So I started today in Krabi Town and checked out of my hotel at about 12 o'clock and got picked up by a minivan at 12:30 to take me to the bus stop, where I waited for about 3/4 of an hour until a minibus turned up to take a bunch of us back here to Surat Thani. And all up, by the time I got to Surat Thani station, I spent about 5 hours on that journey from the moment I left my hotel. Yeah, when we got to Surat Thani bus stop, there was a songtao there waiting to bring us to the railway station, so that was easy enough. I was thinking about having something to eat in town and then making my way, but I thought, seeing what was there right in front of me and easy, I could just jump on that one. And I was pretty confident I'd get something to eat here, and my confidence was well placed. So I get to sit here for about another 5 hours, a little bit less now, keeping myself amused by talking to you. That's why I'm rabbiting on a bit. Anyway, so I'm sitting here for about 5 hours, and then I'll get on the 45 International Express. I have a lower berth sleeper in second class, so hopefully I'll get a bit of sleep. And then at about 8 o'clock, so about 6 hours from here, I will arrive in Padang Besar and do the formalities of immigration, check out of Thailand and check into Malaysia. At least I hope I'll check into Malaysia. You never can tell. It's always a moment of, will I get through immigration or won't I? Once I've done that, with a bit of luck, then I'm going to get on another train and head to Butterworth. And once I'm at Butterworth, I'll get off the train and catch the ferry over to Penang and then grab a taxi to my motel. So I'm not sure what time I'm going to arrive there, and if I remember, I might tell you how long the process took. It's actually been pretty simple so far, and I can't see any reason why it would get more complicated now that I'm on the train. So yeah, hopefully I'll get a bit of sleep between now and Padang Besar, because there's nothing more fun than going through immigration when you're really, really tired. Good morning, Hat Yai. We are a couple of stops from the border. I didn't do any filming on the train last night because when I got on it, everybody was asleep, so I didn't want to disturb them. And certainly it was pretty dark in my little cocoon, so the light wasn't that good either. But yeah, on the way to Malaysia. As it turns out, I'm in Malaysia. I got off the train, and before I knew it, I was in a queue to immigration, so I couldn't do any filming there. You just step off the train and then you form a queue and you go through Thai immigration, Malaysian immigration. It was all pretty painless. I've got a ticket to Padang Besar, and I've changed, well, I tried to change some money, but there was nowhere to change it. So fortunately there was an ATM and I got some money out. So I should be able to get to my hotel anyway. Yeah, so I've got a ticket to Butterworth station, but I've got about half hour before I can scan my ticket for that. So I'm just lounging. I had prepared a whole stack of documentation about, you know, leaving Malaysia and stuff like that, but all of the information online told me I would need, and I didn't need any of it. I think you might need it some days, you might not, I don't know, but yeah, all I needed was my passport to get out of Thailand and my passport to get back into Thailand. I got some money out so I could buy a ticket, but the tickets were only accepting credit payments, no cash at all. So fortunately I had a credit card with me. Yeah, so the next part of the trip is to Butterworth. This is all pretty seamless and easy, so I guess I'll see you on the road to Penang.
Tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, sebentar lagi train ini akan tiba di stesen Korea. Stesen Korea.
I have made it to Butterworth. That was quite a pleasant couple of hour train trip. So pleasant I fell asleep for a bit of it, about an hour. But we're nearly there in the overall scheme of things. Now I'm just following the signs that say ferry terminal, and hopefully that will take me to the right place. Okay, I've made it to my hotel. The trip was fairly easy, although I was travelling for 24 hours. It's just past 1:30 now, and I left my hotel in Krabi at 12:30 yesterday, and Malaysia is 1 hour ahead of Thailand, so that's 24 hours. So I'm a bit tired actually. Got a few hours sleep on the train, but nowhere near enough. So yeah, but it was an interesting trip. Wasn't too many kind of problems. One of the things I found really annoying is you can only pay with credit cards for trains and the ferry. So I paid 2 ringgit with my credit card, and I forget what the train was. But yeah, I just found that really annoying. And then to top off my annoyance, when I got to my hotel, 2 of my 3 credit cards stopped working. So thank God I had a number of redundancies built in. And there are some problems for me to sort out in the near future. However, I've crossed the border. I am here. I have some cash. If people will let me spend it. They seem to want me to tap. Yeah, anyway, I'm here. I'm over the border. I'm going to have a shower and maybe a sleep, and hopefully get rid of the stress of my credit cards not working. But that's it for my crossing the border trip. And I will catch you next time. Thanks for joining me on my journey. I really appreciate your company. If you've made it all the way to the end of this video and you're not subscribed, you might like to consider doing so by clicking here. Or if you just want to see something else I've made, click here and that will take you to another video. And if you're really feeling like a binge, click here and that will take you to one of my playlists. Hope to see you on the road again soon.